It's been a long road for all of us, I think. And for me, I think creativity and mental health kind of go hand in hand anyway. And when you don't have a creative outlet, I think that's when most people in any sort of art start to lose the plot. But then it's also ironic because you need that trauma to then be able to become a better artist, because they go hand in hand as well. So it's a bit of a weird one, but I think we all realised something wasn't right. And I've never really been one to have any sort of authority figure. My dad left when I was 2. So if anyone tells me what to do, I struggle with that a lot. But I mean, I think people even expect, because I'm an actor, that I should be good at doing this and speaking to everybody, but I'm not. Like, I'm just I can play somebody else, but I can't play myself. So this idea that because you're an actor, you've got to be this confident person and you should be great at speaking on stage, but I'm the complete opposite. You're doing good now. Cheers, thanks. Can I have a pat on the back? And I don't know, I think with everything kind of going on and in Hollywood, you know, they're struggling with AI, and it is a new development and it is a new technology. I don't think it's going to displace everybody. I think it's a technology that isn't going to go anywhere, so we kind of have to get used to that as well. So there's so many changes happening, like it's constant. And then you've got pressure that you've got to go to these protests, you've got to do this, you've got to say the right thing if you go on TV. Like, there's so much. Even when I go on, like, I did a GB News interview, which, whatever your views on that is, but even if I end up doing like this with my hand and then someone takes a picture and it goes round and I look like a shill, and it's just like, there's so much going on, like, so I think we all need to give each other a little bit of a break. But I can't remember what else you asked me. Moving forward, I've kind of gone behind the camera now, which I'm enjoying. I've kind of always playing a role since I was 12. I started acting when I was 12. I actually lost my girlfriend when I was 12. That's how I got into acting. Girlfriend passed away. She was like 30 seconds away from my house. And then about a month later, I had an open audition to play a lad who'd lost his mum. So without knowing it, I must have just transferred this grief into that role. But then, I suppose as an actor as well, you never really get over anything, because it's like, you know, like a DJ has nodes on a speaker box. Like, all the trauma I've ever gone through, they're kind of always still there that I can crank up and use to cry on set or do this. So you never really get over anything either. But I suppose that's part of the tools in your craft or whatever. But I think moving forward, I'm so happy behind the camera. I've written a short film. I've got another short film that I've written about farmers. So in the UK, Ireland and France, I think it's like 1 to 2 farmers a week commit suicide, which is huge. So I've written a short film on that, which I'm trying to get made. And then I do a lot of editing. I work with the Wellness Way podcast at the back there, Philly. So yeah, I'm just happy behind the camera, and this family is amazing. I think a lot of people as well give me this pat on the back because, oh, I'm an actor and I spoke out, but like, it doesn't matter. It's still just a job. Whether you work in Tesco's and you speak out, or whether you work at the BBC and speak out, right now it doesn't matter, because we're all on the same playing field trying to look after the future. So yeah.
Were you denied or did you lose any work because of the vaccine mandate?
Point blank refused. I've never had a PCR test anywhere near me. There's a joke in there that I'll only put. No, I'm joking. So I've never done that. So obviously straight away they knew, because I just was point blank refusing. So from an insurance perspective, I get why they couldn't bring me on. But I remember seeing, like, at one point there was people tweeting, big casting directors literally saying, "I've had 3 shots, pick me, pick me, pick me." And I remember thinking, oh wow. And then obviously actors and that world, they love to virtue signal. So there's a whole lot of, I'm saving them, you know, that God complex kind of squeezes in a little bit. But I think they just knew that, so slowly it just started to back off, and then eventually I went to a protest, and I think the headline was something like, "Sean's going to kill your grandma." And all that. So yeah, I went through all that with the press, and then I actually got arrested. They tried to do me for violent disorder, resisting arrest, and assaulting a police officer. So I had that hanging over me for 6 months, which obviously got dropped because there was nothing there. But that was front page news, with me getting held down by 16 police officers. So But it's all part of the journey. I've always played a bad boy.